Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We were talking about the Shadow Collective today. Lots of new spoilers and details revealed yesterday by AMG and Asmodee, both in the form of spoilers on social media, as well as all of this stuff is now being available for pre-order. You can now pick this up, at least reserve it, and also get some details from this Asmodee store. So we're going to talk about a little bit of what we've been able to glean from what has been revealed. If you guys are new here to the channel, there's still time left to enter to win the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. You just have to be a subscriber, leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Also, big thanks to today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Be sure to head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. Get yourself the most amazing Legion tokens that are available. They are full metal, double-sided, gloriously beautiful. They are fantastic. You have order tokens, combat tokens. There's 2s on the back of the damage and suppression, so you can flip them over. They're my favorite. They're the best. If you save 15% if you use code Crabbok VIP, orders of $35 or more are going to get a free lightsaber nunchuck token. It's the Crabbok token, and you're going to get one for free if you use that code for. So just check it out. Head over to luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so we're talking about the Shadow Collective. Asmodee put all of this stuff up on their web store today, so we're going to be talking about some new details because we were able to see the backs of the boxes. But in addition to these 4 packs, we also have 2 more packs. The Upgrade Card Pack 2. I love that they're just calling it Upgrade Card Pack 2. It just makes it so much easier. When referencing like what upgrade card packs should I get? Well, get pack 1 and 2. Maybe you can skip 5, but get 7, 8, and 9. Things like that. And then there's an essentials kit, which I really like the idea of an essentials kit. It allows people to pick up the essentials kit and then go ahead and just buy their army that they want without, like, if you don't want Darth Vader, then you don't have to have Darth Vader. If you don't want General Grievous, you don't have to have General Grievous. And since the Shadow Collective itself is kind of a starter, at least like a battle box or a battle force box, again, you can get the essentials kit and then get the if you're a brand new player, you can get that and the Shadow Collective, and then maybe this upgrade card pack too, and I'll be off to a really good start. So I like that. I like that quite a bit. We learned a couple of things. A little preview of what's going to be coming in the essentials kit. So you're going to get, again, and this is also good if you need replacements, right? Like, first off, it's a way to get some dice if you lost some tokens. They kind of did rebrand the tokens, the victory point tokens, as kind of like the Medal of Yavin, as opposed to being Rebel or Imperial, since there's lots of different factions and presumably, different battle forces and new sub factions and things like that in the future. They just now it's just a medal. Also, they did point out on the Asmodee web store that this is going to also come with the 12 battle cards for Skirmish. So any of you who do not have the physical cards for Skirmish that have had to kind of print them out, you're on your own, you're going to actually get official hard copy cardstock cards for Skirmish mode. So I thought that is also pretty cool. We also got a close-up of some of the cards from the Upgrade Card Pack 2. You may notice that we've got rebranded Bounty Hunters. They've been talking about the rebranded Bounty Hunters quite a bit, as well as an AA5 speeder truck that is now a Mark speeder truck. And it's kind of interesting. So we'll talk about a couple of things here. First off, the AA5, there's two kind of grayed out symbols there. I don't know if those are grayed out deliberately or if that means that you can only take 2 of them, like it's restricted. I mean, normally it would have been in front of the AA5. It would have been like where the dot is on Boba and Bossk and Cad Bane. By the way, a lot of people have been seeing Boba, Bossk, and Cad Bane, noticing they have the credits, the credits symbol in the top left, and then like gold kind of up here. But then Boba Fett people are like, wait, they each have weapon keywords. What's that? This is the back of the card. All units on the back of the card will have a little kind of reminder text for their weapon keywords. So they're showing you the backs, not the fronts. So the AA5, now, I think the reason they have Boba, Bossk, and Cad Bane flipped over is because they're not all necessarily going to go in all factions, and just like when we've seen the Pikes unit, and next to its symbol on the top left, it has, the Pikes have 4 dots, and it's all 4 factions. So the AA5 looks like it'll be able to go into 2 factions. They didn't really change the unit card, so still the same stats and everything, but they give it also a different symbol than we saw on the Pikes. It's not like that, it's not that kind of maroon kind of Shadow Syndicate kind of symbol. It looks like, to me, it looks like a bikini top. Honestly, I've heard people say it looks like it's 2 crossed axes or vibro axes or something like that, kind of like Jabba's palace kind of symbology. And that's fine, but I think it looks like a bikini top. And I think it's, I saw it and I said, maybe that's just the first place my mind went to. But once you see it, you kind of can't unsee it. You know what I'm saying? So either way, whatever that symbol is, I'm more curious what these 2 symbols are. Presumably one will be Rebellion, because of course the Rebellion will still be able to use the AA5. I can't imagine why they wouldn't, but it'll be interesting to see. Maybe it can also go in the Shadow Syndicate. Maybe that's the other battle force that it can go into. But I mean, I don't know how they're going to do this. That's my guess, though, since this is coming out with Shadow Syndicate. And I think, maybe Maul wants to drive around inside this thing too. Who knows? We also got a little preview of Underworld Connections, the full text of the card. It gives you allies of convenience. You may include 1 additional mercenary unit of any rank. You can issue orders to friendly mercenary units regardless of affiliation. So this is one of those things they talked a little bit about when they first previewed this back at the last mini extravaganza, that mercs can only get issued orders normally from their own type. Like if I bring Pikes into a rebel list, Leia can't issue an order to the Pikes. It takes a Pike capo, who's the Pike officer, the Pike leader, to issue them an order. And Underworld Connections lets them do that. This would be like Leia making a deal with the Pikes if she had this. But another thing that's kind of an interesting thing about this, first off, it's a 5-point command card, which is kind of standard for a lot of commands. But it says you may include 1 additional mercenary unit of any rank. And so that is pretty interesting, because you could now, this can potentially put you up to 7 core. It says additional, right? So I believe this can push you past the normal list building requirements. And this could, and I don't know if you'll have the points. I'll have to see if it's possible. We don't know what everything is going to cost as far as special forces, but if there was a mercenary special forces that was allowed to go in Empire, you could now potentially get Entourage with Krennic and Palpatine, have the 5 special forces, and then play this and potentially bring in a 6th special force. Like again, they did say that that the Mandos will only be able to go in the Shadow Syndicate, so you don't have to worry about that just yet. But this is going to push people past normal list building requirements. So I thought that is particularly interesting. So Underworld Connections right there, of any rank. That's pretty cool. All right. Actually, you know what else is cool? That AA5. If you run a mercenary AA5, can that give you 3 heavies and a rebel unit? Right? I mean, like there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about here. All right. So we also got to look at the backs of some of these boxes, and I think this is an interesting one to me, because we hadn't seen the back of the Shadow Syndicate box yet, and I wonder if this is either like just incomplete. I wonder if this is a mistake, because if you look at the bottom here, this is the important thing. First off, it does kind of spell out what we get. We're going to get a single Pike Syndicate unit, a single Black Sun Syndicate unit, the Pike Capo, a Black Sun Vigo, which are those leaders. We're going to get the Mandalorian Super Commandos, and we're going to get Maul. We're going to have 2 sculpts for Maul, but a lot of people were curious about Rook Cast. It's pretty evident right now that Rook Cast is not a commander and is not an operative. She appears clearly to be a heavy, and only a heavy, because this box says it comes with 6 unit cards. So that's 2 Pikes. We know there's 2 Pikes. We know there's 2 Black Sun, a Black Sun Vigo, and then the Black Sun unit, then the Pike Capo, and then the Pike unit. So that's 4, and that just leaves the new Maul, and that leaves Mandalorian Super Commandos. There is not a unit card remaining for old girl Rook Cast. The other thing is, there's not a unit card remaining for the new Maul to run as as an operative, because they said that you could, if you could take Maul, they said you could take him as an operative, but basically if you wanted to take him as a commander, he'd have to have the Darksaber. But like maybe it was just the way they were talking about it. They made it sound like he didn't have to have the Darksaber, so you didn't have to make him a commander. Well, if there's only one unit card for him, how's that going to work out? Is he going to come in as an operative that if you give him the Darksaber, he becomes a commander? Kind of like how like Iden Versio and stuff like that can drop down from commander to operative. Is he going to be an operative that can become commander? I really want to see his unit card and see how that works out. That one is going to be interesting to me. But yes, so again, that is interesting. But down here it says 22 plastic miniatures, 6 unit cards, 30 upgrade cards, 45 assorted tokens, and an insert sheet. There's a glaring omission from the contents there, and this is something that I'm really, really curious about, maybe a little concerned about, is that if this is the start, it doesn't come with command cards. And that's really strange to me. That's really, really strange to me. I mean, it doesn't, or I should say, it doesn't say that it comes with command cards. So, you know, and again, I pre-ordered everything. So I pre-ordered everything yesterday. So, you know, I'll be unboxing everything. So if you want to wait and see what comes in these before you know what to get, you know, I'll let you know. Because this doesn't sound like this comes with any command cards. Now, the other individual packs do. And that's what I was curious about. Like, even the Mandalorians that don't have any commanders, they come with command cards. So, like, that's weird. Even the upgrade card collection, too, says it comes with a new command card for Merc units, which is weird. Like, a single one, which is... But there are typos before, right? There were definitely typos. Like, the Mandalorian Super Commando unit, it said it was coming with 2 unit cards, and it had only 1. But then the box says only 1, so I don't know what to think. It's weird. So we have so this is kind of cool. Black Sun. We can see over on the left that they are going to work in the Separatists or in the Empire. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was worth noting. It says, the Black Sun is a galaxy-spanning criminal empire whose influence reaches across the sparsely patrolled Outer Rim territories. Led by a cabal of Faline nobles in their fortress on Mustafar, the Black Sun prefer to do most of its business through intermediary groups who have no idea of the organization's true nature. Behind the fronts, the Black Sun are imposing force, more than capable of protecting its interests. The mainstay of their force are their enforcers, well-trained and well-armed. These foot soldiers will stop... Foot soldiers? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right, no. These foot soldiers will stop at nothing to enact the will of the Vigos that lead them. This expansion for Star Wars Legion contains 6 finely sculpted Black Sun Enforcer miniatures and 1 Black Sun Vigo miniature, enough for 1 core unit and 1 commander unit, along with new unit and upgrade cards to field in battle. So again, that's all stuff that we thought. 7 plastic miniatures, 2 unit cards, 3 command cards, 8 upgrade cards, 10 assorted tokens, and an insert sheet. The thing is, it does come with 3 command cards. Presumably, those will be Black Sun specific command cards. Presumably, that would be my guess, right? And then, of course, we got the pikes. It's kind of same stuff. The pikes are much less of a mystery because that we can run all 4 factions on them. Also, 7 plastic miniatures, 2 unit cards, 3 command cards. Kind of what we expected. So, cool stuff. But then when we go here, this is the biggest one because we hadn't seen this one yet. First off, we don't get any faction symbols, so it doesn't look like Mando Super Commandos can go in any of the existing factions, at least at this time. They can always change Battle Force rules and stuff, so like that's a kind of like a living document. So but as of right now, don't get your hopes up. I don't see them going anywhere outside of the eventual inclusion into some kind of Mandalorian specific Battle Force in the future. Presumably that will come you know, around the time when they start doing this content from The Mandalorian, because we're gonna have a lot more Mandalorians and stuff like that, and they may wait a little while to do that. They may want to wait for Mando season 3 to kind of, you know, to kind of put more Mandos in. But either way, I would expect at that point you'll have some of these characters showing up there. But yes, here again, 7 miniatures, 1 unit card, 3 command cards. 3 command cards. And only 1 unit card. Now, the write-up for this says 2 unit cards. Here on the box it says 1 unit card. So I'm curious if they just kind of copy-pasted something from, you know, somewhere else, because a lot of times, you know, I don't know. Maybe it originally was supposed to have 2 unit cards and 1 got nerfed. Like maybe they took, you know, Rook Cast out. Maybe she was originally supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know. I have heard that AMG has changed some stuff potentially from what what was kind of brought over from FFG versus what's being released. So I don't know. I don't know if anybody will actually tell me, but I'd love to find out, you know, what actually was changed. But that sounds like that was a change, because the AMG thing, the blog that was probably pre-written in advance, says, hey, 2 unit cards in here. And I'm like, oh, maybe originally there was supposed to be a strike team, right? And because there's a special forces, if it has only 1 unit card, well, where's the strike team, right? How you know, are we not getting a strike team with these guys? Maybe it was supposed to be. I don't see any sniper rifles, but not all strike teams have to be sniper rifles, and not all special forces have to have a strike team. I mean, you know, it's definitely open to interpretation. But you can see we've got kind of a leader there. The guy at the bottom right, it looks like he's got a rifle, maybe something like a shotgun, and of course we've got Rook Cast, who presumably will be a heavy. If she's in this pack and there's only 1 unit card, then there's not one for her. But what are the 3 command cards in here? Did they, and here's the question, did they take Maul's command cards for the Shadow Collective and not include them in the Shadow Collective box, but instead force you to buy an extra, because you're already going to have a unit. You're already going to have all these guys if you have the Shadow Collective. Are they hiding his command cards in this expansion? And if so, that's so strange. I hope it's just a typo on the Shadow Collective box, because that's really strange for them to do that. I can't imagine why they would put Maul cards in a box that doesn't contain Maul, but then put Maul in a box that doesn't contain Maul cards. Like, what's going on here? Like, that's really weird. So these are questions. These are questions I have. What's the real contents? What should we trust here, and what should we assume is a typo? And we got Gar Saxon also available for pre-order. Gar Saxon is going to come available in multiple sculpts. I like that. You know, and because of this sculpt here, it does make me think we could potentially see him for the Empire at some point. All right, like, because look, the armor is different, but if he takes the helmet off, then it's really just how you paint the armor, right? It doesn't, I don't know if it's all that different. I mean, if you could easily paint this Gar Saxon up to kind of be wearing like the white and red that he wore for the Imperial Super Commandos, right? I think you could. But he's also got a cool deflector shield. He's going to come with flamethrowers and cool stuff like that. We've got the back of his unit box, and again, we're getting some of that same information. 1 plastic miniature, you know, one unit card, 3 command cards, 7 upgrade cards, 13 assorted tokens, and an insert sheet. So Gar Saxon coming to you soon, and I think that's about everything. I think that's about everything. That's all. It's all available for pre-order now at the Asmodee store, or check with your friendly local gaming store to get your own pre-order in. Speaking of FLGSs, got to talk a little bit about my local game store, FLGS-Orlando, formerly known as Sci-Fi City. If those of you who've been following the channel for a little while know that they have sponsored the channel's special giveaway for a Luke Skywalker, a limited edition in honor of Battle Forces coming out soon too. We're gonna have the Hoth Battle Force. So he's perfect to run this guy in the Echo Base Defenders, because he's decked out in Echo Base, you know, in pilot. He's perfect. He's got the snowy base and everything too. So this guy is, and you can build him out however you want to. We've been doing a giveaway for a little while for this one, in addition to all the other giveaways. And so, big thanks to FLGS for supporting that. We're going to announce the winner for that giveaway, as a matter of fact. So if you, again, to enter to win these giveaways, you have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Plus, go check out FLGS on Facebook. There we have a group. There on, I think, Google. You can leave a review on there. This is going to apply a little bit more to people who are in Orlando or Central Florida people. If you're outside of Central Florida, just keep them on your radar for the next time if you come to Disney or whatever, and you're looking to swing by and check out some local stores and stuff like that. Definitely give them a check out. There's a lot of stuff in stock, like Armada, X-Wing, Legion, 40K, Age of Sigmar. I get a lot of my Age of Sigmar stuff there too. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, anyway, today's winner is Kyle Kringle. Congratulations, Kyle! You just won this limited edition Luke Skywalker. Congratulations, Kyle. Just go ahead and shoot me an email at mailcrabbok@gmail.com, and I'll get your contact information. We'll get you squared away. Everybody else, if you did not win, don't worry. There's still the $25 Amazon gift card giveaway going on right now, and we'll probably be doing a bigger giveaway soon. Maybe for the Shadow Collective. Maybe we'll be giving away a Shadow Collective box, right? That sounds like a good idea. So we'll be doing that soon because I like to do giveaways. And again, if you want to enter to win any of those, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Plus, we do giveaways in the Discord. There's one going on right now for a bunch of X-Wing promos. Also up on Patreon. More giveaways there. I will talk to you guys later. That's going to just wrap everything up. Thank you guys for hanging out. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are amazing, and I couldn't do this without your continued support, so thank you. And may the Force be with you. Always wear your socks. Daylight savings time changes are the devil, and they need to stop. Thank you so much. See ya.